Case 1. China. Joan Marie Laurer was born on December 27, 1969, in Rochester, New York, in a home that came apart when she was 4. Her father was an alcoholic. Her mother remarried 3 times. At 16, she left and did not see her mother again for years. She earned a degree from the University of Tampa and found professional wrestling while channel surfing one night. She trained at wrestling legend Killer Kowalski's school and met Triple H in 1996, one of the WWF's top stars at the time, who brought her in as his bodyguard. They were a couple. On October 17, 1999, she defeated Jeff Jarrett to become the WWF Intercontinental Champion, the first woman ever to hold the title. She won it again the following year. She entered the Royal Rumble against men. She was one of professional wrestling's most groundbreaking performers. Triple H was cheating on China with Stephanie McMahon, the daughter of WWE's owner, Vince McMahon. China found the letter in his briefcase, dated a year earlier. She called Vince McMahon. He told her he would see her on Monday. When she arrived at the building, she said later, it was like the parting of the Red Sea. She was still women's champion when WWE took her off television. Her contract expired November 30th, 2001. She never wrestled for the company again. For years, Triple H publicly blocked her Hall of Fame induction, explaining in 2015 that when his 8-year-old daughter searched her name online, she found adult films, and that made honoring her career impossible. On April 17, 2016, she posted a 13-minute video to YouTube. She made a smoothie, filmed the ocean from her apartment window, and said near the end, "How lucky am I?" She posted a photo of patterned socks to Instagram and went to bed. 3 days later, her manager turned the unlocked door handle, and the smell reached him before he saw anything. She was in bed, loose prescription pills on the floor. Dead since April 17th. Toxicology confirmed alcohol, diazepam, oxycodone, and 3 other sedatives. The coroner ruled it an accidental toxic overdose. She was 46. In 2019, WWE inducted her into the Hall of Fame as part of D-Generation X, a WWE faction she had been part of years earlier, not as an individual, as part of a group. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon still run WWE together. The video she posted that night was titled, "Wake Up." Case 2. Miss Elizabeth. Elizabeth Ann Hewlett was born on November 19, 1960 in Frankfort, Kentucky. She was 24 and working at a gym in Lexington when she met WWF star Randy Savage in 1982, a wrestler known for his intensity inside the ring. They married in December 1984, a year before she ever appeared on television. When she debuted in the WWF in 1985, walking to the ring in an evening gown while the arena screamed, pyrotechnics fired, and wrestlers twice her size roared around her. The crowd went quiet the moment they saw her. Then they cheered. At WrestleMania 4, in March 1988, Savage was in the championship finals against his rival Ted DiBiase in Atlantic City. With the match turning against him, Elizabeth came back to ringside with wrestler Hulk Hogan and pulled off her skirt to distract the 7-foot Andre the Giant long enough for Savage to recover. He pinned DiBiase and won the WWF Championship. She had been his wife for just over 3 years. Nobody in the building knew that. 3 years later, at SummerSlam 1991, they held an on-screen wedding broadcast nationally. Fans wept. Wrestler Jake Roberts crashed the reception with a cobra that bit Savage on the arm. The wedding was for television. Their real marriage was falling apart. By 1992, Savage's jealousy had made life impossible, and she left without telling him. They divorced that September. By 1999, she was with wrestler Lex Luger, and they moved into a townhouse in Marietta, Georgia. On April 19, 2003, police responded and found her with 2 bruised eyes, a bump on her head, and a cut lip. Luger had beaten her. He told officers the injuries were from a dog-walking fall the week before. He was charged with misdemeanor battery, meaning he had physically assaulted her. 2 days later, he was stopped for drunk driving. Elizabeth was in the car. 12 days later, on the morning of May 1st, 2003, Luger called 911. They had spent the evening watching movies and eating reheated Boston Market meatloaf. Then she was not responding. She was taken to a hospital in Marietta and pronounced dead at 5:45 that morning. She was 42 years old. Her blood alcohol level was 0.299, nearly 4 times the legal limit, combined with painkillers and sedatives. Luger was charged with 13 felony counts of drug possession and pleaded guilty. His sentence was a $1,000 fine. Randy Savage died in 2011. He was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2015. Elizabeth has still never been inducted. Case 3. Janet Wolfe. Janet, Georgia. Boyer was born on June 13, 1933, in Orr, Minnesota, a town of fewer than 300 people northwest of Duluth. Her father died when she was 12. As a teenager, she discovered professional wrestling and decided it was what she wanted to do. She found a way in. She eventually connected with Billy Wolfe, the most powerful promoter of women's wrestling in North America, who managed dozens of professional women wrestlers across the country. He told her, "You need a daddy, and I need a daughter." Her widowed mother signed the papers. Janet took the name Wolfe. Her entire professional career lasted 6 weeks. She had 3 matches. On the evening of July 27, 1951, the Wolfe Troupe performed at Patterson Field Stadium in East Liverpool, Ohio, at a charity event. Janet's first match of the night was against Ella Waldeck, an experienced professional wrestler. Waldeck body-slammed her hard to the mat. Janet lost in 7 minutes. In the dressing room, she complained of headaches. Waldeck told her to let Wolfe know she might have a concussion. Janet refused. She was afraid to admit she was hurt. At 10:30 that night, she went back out for the main event tag team match. She wrestled the opening portion, tagged out, and stood on the ring apron. She put her hand to her head. Her knees buckled. She collapsed in front of the crowd. A doctor in the audience came forward. She was already unconscious. They carried her to the locker room, applied oxygen, and called an ambulance. She was transported to the hospital. She was pronounced dead at 4 a.m. on July 28, 1951. She was 18 years old. The autopsy found a blood clot on her brain that had begun forming 6 to 7 days before the match, during training. She had been performing for a week with a clot growing in her brain. Ella Waldeck, Mae Young, and Eva Lee, all professional wrestlers in the Wolfe Troupe, were arrested on manslaughter charges, then released. The death was ruled accidental. Billy Wolfe blamed the body slam, contradicting the autopsy. Fans called Waldeck a murderer for years. In 1955, during a federal investigation into the wrestling business, women's champion Mildred Burke testified that Billy Wolfe had overtrained Janet Boyer to death. No charges were ever filed. Janet Wolfe has no memorial, no Hall of Fame, and no tribute at any